Have you ever wondered why your liver might be struggling, even if you think you're living a relatively healthy life? Most people assume the liver is just a storage tank for toxins, but that is one of the biggest misconceptions out there. The truth is, your liver is a powerhouse organ that actively eliminates toxins rather than storing them. Toxins are actually stored in fat cells, which means a fatty liver can trap harmful substances inside your body for far longer than it should. Today, we are going to uncover the 7 best foods you need to start eating right now to clean out your liver and keep it functioning at its absolute best. Stay with us, because what you are about to learn might completely change how you think about what you put on your plate. Before we get into the foods, let us talk about what your liver actually does, because understanding this will completely change how you look at what you eat. Think of your liver as a sophisticated chemical processing plant running around the clock. Its first and most critical job is detoxification. The liver works in 2 main phases to neutralize harmful substances. Phase 1 breaks down toxins into smaller particles, and Phase 2 converts those particles into water-soluble compounds that your body can safely eliminate. Now, here is the part most people miss. This entire process requires a steady and consistent supply of specific nutrients to keep things running smoothly. We are talking about B vitamins, powerful antioxidants, B12, and folate. Without these, your liver simply cannot perform at the level your body depends on. Now, here is where it gets eye-opening. What exactly is your liver working so hard to break down every single day? The list is staggering. Plastics, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, alcohol, caffeine, prescription drugs like aspirin, antidepressants, and blood pressure medications, recreational drugs, air pollution, secondhand smoke, benzene, solvents, and even glyphosate, found in genetically modified organism foods. Your liver is essentially fighting a daily battle against the modern world. Once these substances are neutralized, they move into what we can call Phase 3, the elimination stage, where the now harmless compounds are expelled from the body through urine, stool, sweat, and bile. It is a truly remarkable system, but here is the critical part most people miss. It can absolutely be overwhelmed, and when it is, the consequences ripple throughout your entire body. Here is something most people never hear about but should. 2 common conditions can seriously disrupt this entire detox process. The first is constipation. When waste backs up in your system, it creates a domino effect that slows down liver function. The second, and far less talked about, is bile sludge. Your gallbladder and its connecting ducts can become clogged with thickened bile material. If you ever feel tightness, fullness, or discomfort under your right rib cage, that could be a sign of bile sludge. A supplement called taurar sodium oxycholic acid, commonly known as TUDCA, can help address this. And do not worry, we will also be covering specific foods that support healthy bile flow later in this video, so make sure you keep watching. So what happens when the liver starts to fail at its job? The symptoms might surprise you because they show up all over the body. Itchiness, especially in the feet, is one of the first signs. Then comes persistent fatigue, stubborn belly fat, insulin resistance, and even diabetes. Hormonal imbalances involving estrogen and testosterone are also deeply connected to liver health. Skin problems, joint stiffness, arthritis, gallstones, belching, and bloating can all trace back to a struggling liver. And then there is hypothyroidism, which most people never connect to liver function at all. Your liver is responsible for converting approximately 80% of inactive thyroid hormone T4 into the active form T3 that your body actually uses. So if your thyroid feels off, your liver may be the real place to look. Here is the good news that most people never hear. Your liver is one of the only organs in the human body capable of regenerating itself. Even if your liver is functioning at just 25% capacity, if you make the right changes, it can grow back to full health. That is an extraordinary ability that no other major organ in your body can match. Think about that for a moment. The damage is not necessarily permanent. However, there is a point of no return, and that is exactly why taking action now matters more than most people realize. Before we get into the 7 healing foods, we need to quickly cover the foods that are actively damaging your liver every single day, because removing the bad is just as important, if not more important, than adding the good. Now, before we get to the healing foods, we need to talk about what is actively working against your liver. The worst offender is high fructose corn syrup, which directly contributes to fatty liver and insulin resistance. Then come the everyday poisons hiding in your food: pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, and yes, medications including prednisone, antacids, and antibiotics. Vegetable oils like corn, soy, canola, cottonseed, and safflower are loaded with inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, and they become even more damaging when heated. Think about those restaurant appetizers: deep-fried onion rings, fried cheese, corn chips with sugary dips. These combinations of refined oils and sugar are a direct assault on your liver. Even seemingly harmless combinations like steak and fries or barbecue ribs with sweet sauce create a significant burden on your liver. There is one more thing worth mentioning before the good stuff. If your liver is inflamed or swollen, it can actually refer pain to your back, specifically around the right rhomboid muscle, which sits between your shoulder blade and spine. Many people spend years getting chiropractic adjustments or massages for this pain without ever addressing the real cause, which is the liver itself. Similarly, a congested gallbladder can cause tightness in the right trapezius muscle that radiates up into the neck. This is your body sending distress signals through a process called referred pain, where an internal organ communicates through nearby muscle groups. Knowing where your body is sending you these signals is the first step toward real healing. Now, let us get into the 7 foods that will actually make a meaningful difference for your liver. Food number 1 is cruciferous vegetables, and this category is a true liver superstar. Kale, broccoli, arugula, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and beets all belong here. These vegetables do something remarkable. They not only contain the enzymes needed for phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification, but they also trigger your body to produce more of those enzymes on its own. Think of them as both the fuel and the spark that keeps your liver's detox engine running. They are packed with anti-inflammatory phytonutrients and cancer-protective compounds that shield liver cells from daily damage. Taking it a step further, fermenting cabbage into sauerkraut adds probiotics that reduce liver fat and inflammation, while the fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria that help produce and thin bile, keeping everything flowing properly through the liver. Food number 2 is eggs, and this one surprises a lot of people. Eggs contain the highest dietary source of choline, which is one of the most powerful nutrients for stripping fat from the liver. Choline also helps regulate cholesterol and supports the detoxification pathways that require high-quality amino acids. Eggs provide the most bioavailable complete protein you can eat, and they are remarkably easy on the liver compared to processed protein sources. In fact, the worst proteins for your liver are soy protein isolates and whey protein isolates, because these refined products are stripped of their natural complexity and force your liver to work much harder to process them. So when choosing your protein, always go for whole food sources. Food number 3 is broccoli sprouts, and the science behind these tiny greens is genuinely impressive. Broccoli sprouts contain up to 100 times more sulforaphane than mature broccoli. Sulforaphane is a phytonutrient that is both powerfully anti-cancer and deeply supportive of the liver's phase 1 and phase 2 detox processes. You do not need a large amount to get the benefit. A small handful added to a salad or blended into a smoothie with some berries and water is enough to deliver a significant boost to your liver's ability to convert toxins into harmless compounds. Now, food number 4 is beets. Despite their natural sweetness, Beets actively reduce liver inflammation, support healthy bile release, help mobilize stubborn fat stored in the liver, and even assist with blood sugar regulation. They are a genuinely powerful addition to your routine. Food number 5 is garlic. Garlic is rich in sulfur compounds that your liver needs to complete the detoxification process in both phase 1 and phase 2. Beyond that, garlic is antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory, giving your liver additional protection from the microbial load it constantly manages. Food number 6 is salmon and other omega-3 rich foods like sardines, canned tuna, or cod liver. Omega-3 fatty acids are powerfully anti-inflammatory and help reduce fat accumulation in the liver. A simple recipe that combines 2 liver-healing foods at once is chopped cabbage mixed with canned tuna, dressed with lemon and olive oil. You get the cruciferous benefits alongside the omega-3s in one easy meal. Coming up next, we have food number 7, and it is one you likely already have sitting in your kitchen right now. Food number 7 is lemon. Raw, unpasteurized lemon juice is loaded with vitamin C and has been shown to reduce fat on the liver and fight inflammation. Anything sour or bitter is beneficial for liver function, and lemon checks both boxes. Now, beyond these 7 foods, a few additional items deserve mention. Apple cider vinegar diluted in water is excellent for blood sugar control and fatty liver. Extra virgin olive oil helps extract fat-soluble nutrients from your salads and has strong anti-inflammatory properties. And while it is not a food, milk thistle is the single most powerful herb for liver health. It protects the liver from poisoning by alcohol, heavy metals, pesticides, toxic mushrooms, and even medications like Tylenol, making it especially important for anyone regularly taking prescription drugs. Let us bring it all together with a practical picture of what this looks like in real life. Imagine a salad made with raw cabbage or arugula as the base, topped with broccoli sprouts, sliced beets, a can of wild-caught tuna, or some flaked salmon, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and a squeeze of fresh lemon. On the side, a small serving of sauerkraut. That single meal contains 6 of the 7 liver-healing foods working together synergistically. You could also blend frozen kale with blueberries and water for a morning drink, or roast Brussels sprouts alongside salmon for dinner. These are not complicated changes. They are simple, sustainable shifts that give your liver exactly what it needs to do its job. The liver is one of the most resilient and hardworking organs in your body, but it is not invincible. Every single day, it is filtering out toxins from your food, your environment, your medications, and your stress. The 7 foods we covered today: cruciferous vegetables, eggs, broccoli sprouts, beets, garlic, omega-3 rich fish, and lemon, along with supportive additions like apple cider vinegar, olive oil, and milk thistle, give your liver the tools it needs to regenerate, detoxify, and protect your entire body. Start with 1 or 2 changes this week and build from there. Your liver has a remarkable ability to heal itself, and the food on your plate is one of the most powerful ways to help it do exactly that. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.